Hello people, Lucho here. Well, many of you asked me, what is this stick, wooden stick that I use in ceremonies or in rituals or workshops? And well, this stick is an antenna, okay? So to explain you or to how it really works, well, first you need to know what is Kimana. Kimana is energy, is telluric energy, energy from nature. The earth produces, certain vibration that is called the Schumann resonance, as you know, but the water produces another vibration, the sky, the mountains, the rocks, the plants, the trees, everything produce vibrations. So the sum of all of them, all natural energies together, creates a pattern of energy that we call Kimana in shamanism. Actually, it comes from Hawaiian shamanism, the word Kimana. Of course, if you look in other traditions, you will find the same concept with different names. So, let, as an, as an analogy, let's imagine that there is a radio station broadcasting music. So if the broadcast is in 10 meters wavelength, well, you need a 10 meters antenna in order to listen to this radio station. If another station is broadcasting at 20 meters wavelength, you will need a 20 meters antenna. Of course, your radio has only one antenna, but there is something, I'm not going to go technical, but there is something called a capacitor that changes the length of the antenna so you can switch in between radio stations. And this 10 meters antenna doesn't have to be in linear, it could be coiled, so a little antenna like this will cover many radio stations. So when you have a 10 meters transmission wavelength, you need a 10 meters antenna. So Kimana, which is this energy that all nature produces together, the wavelength of this frequency is 127 centimeters, or 50 inches if you like. So you need a stick, an antenna of 127 centimeters. So what you will do is you will go to nature if you can and find a straight stick that you can bring home and cut it exactly 127. 126 is not going to work, 128 is not going to work. It has to be 127. Now, if you know how radio works, you will know that if the station is broadcasting at 10 meters, you need a 10 meters antenna, or a 5 meters antenna, or a 25 centimeters. No, I said it all wrong. Yeah, 10 meters, 5 meters, 2.5 meters. Because you can tap into a frequency with the full wavelength, half wavelength, or a quarter. Of course, the full length will work better, more effective, half, 1/4, very little. But if you study different traditions, you will see that many cultures and groups of people around the planet, they have come to the same wavelength, to 127. Some of them probably intuitively, some of them, I don't know, some channeling or downloads, or maybe trial and error, but all of them came with the same length. Also, if you look at paintings or statues, from the past in Egypt and other places, you will see that all the rulers are holding something in their hand that is always 1/4 of Kimana, the length. Also, the generals nowadays, when you become a general in the army, they give you a little commanding stick, symbolic, but it's exactly 1/4 of Kimana, the length. Also, the conductors in the orchestra in the concert, well, I don't know in English the name of this, but in Spanish it's batuta. Well, that little stick is also 1/4 of Kimana. So it's not a coincidence that all of them use the same length. It's because you tap into these creative energies and kind of commanding energies of nature. So once that you go to nature, you find a stick straight as possible, bring it home, cut it 128 centimeters of length, well, then you had to decorate it, paint it, wrap something around, put something, you had to make it personal. Like all shamanic tools, it's better if you can do it yourself. If you don't have the skills, you ask somebody to do it for you, but you do the finishing always, And if you cannot go to nature and find some fallen branch or tree or something, you will buy one. You buy a wooden stick in some hardware store, but then do it personalized, decorated or something. I prefer to use natural things like wood, but some people say that even plastic works or metal or something like that. Now, if you go to hike in the mountains, for instance, and you it usually takes 1 hour for you to go up to the top, and you're tired or something. Well, if you hold in your hand the stick or just walk with it, you will go in, half of the time up. You will have so much energy, and also you will not be that tired. There are other experiments that have been done. I didn't do it myself, so I don't know, but I heard that if there are people that, they give them some mathematical problems or logic or something, and they take some time to do it, but then they hold the stick, they give them similar problems, and they do it much faster and much, accurate, because Kimana is creative energy and also enhance your own creativity. But it's very good for, when you are going to do your shamanic journeys or your magic or your rituals, in nature. You go with your stick and you charge yourself. If you hold it in your hand like this or like this or like this, works. But for me, at least for me, it works better when I put it in contact with the ground. I feel the vibrations of the energy, because lately everybody talks about vibration, energy, but I don't want to get into this, but all these people, or 99% of the people that talk about this vibration, they don't see energy and they don't understand energy, it's just a nice concept. Because what is a vibration? As I said, what is a vibration? Well, what does a vibration produce? What this vibration make it different than this one? Okay, it's not the frequency, it's the pattern. It's a pattern a frequency is a pattern. Understand? I know that is a number from 0 to I don't know where, that this is 90 hertz and this is 92 hertz and high vibrations. I understand you know, I understand the theory, and I study physics anyway. So, but when it comes to shamanic or magical work or any spiritual work, is more about the pattern. So the stick has to be kind of straight, doesn't have to be perfect, like this brush, but it has to be kind of straight, because there are three Kimanas. One, it has a linear pattern, the other one, it has a kind of spiral or circular pattern, and the other one is more like some triangles or something. I was never able to see the third Kimana, okay, the patterns. I cannot see them, but I've seen the linear, the circular myself. So you need an antenna or a tool that will match the pattern. It's not about just the vibration. So I hope you give a try, because if you do a lot of work outdoors, even if you go for meditation in the forest or in the park or something, even walking in the street, a stick of 127 centimeters in length will allow you to tap into this energy, so you will feel really energized. Now, it's something that I really don't know how it works, but it's kind of paradoxical, is that if you are tired or a bit down or whatever, when you tap into Kimana, it energizes you, it lifts you up. But if you are a bit nervous and you're too high, you tap into Kimana, it slows you down. It not slow you down, it just relax, it calm you down, So you will have to do your own, testing, but give a try, man, people. It is very interesting. So that is the answer for all of you that asked me how I use and what is the stick I have with me all the time. Thanks for watching. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm having some phone call. Somebody's calling me on Skype. So see you next time.